Hello, welcome back to another video. So I actually recorded this video a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't like the quality, so here we are filming again, trying out one more time. But I wanted to film a full drugstore kind of fall makeup, so everything that's on a more affordable side. So without further ado, let's go and get started. Okay, so there's only two items that I don't have full on drugstore: eyebrow pencil and a eyeshadow primer. So let's go and get started with our brows first, okay? Okay, so I've been doing something slightly different, just testing out. Normally what I would do is if I want to a feathery kind of bold brow look, I would normally just go in with my E.l.f. kind of brow wax product and not use any eye pencil at all. And on its own, it's great, but we're trying out something different where you kind of want it to be slightly subtle. So if you want a feathery look, but you don't want it to be too bold, I think this is honestly a perfect way to do it. So the very first thing is I'm just gonna go ahead and line my brows as usual. And I'm really just slightly lining it, not too much. Okay, so I lined both of my brows in very subtle, kept it very simple. And now what you want to do is take a little bit of that product and just slightly take that brush and just run it through your brow just one time. And then what you're going to do is kind of just push the front one up just slightly. And the way you like it, whatever your preference is, then you're just gonna push your hair just a little bit up. Again, we're going for a slight subtle around the fluffiness, so you don't really need a whole lot of product. The main focus will be on the front of the brow. You see, super subtle, super simple, and not too bold, still wearable, And I like to take the back of my spatula and kind of just press on the brow, that way the hair just stick. Okay, so I'm gonna do my other brow and then we'll be right back. Okay, brows are done, lids are primed. I always like to carve out my brows just under my brow line. I feel like it makes a huge difference. Your brows just pop. And I use the Maybeline Fit Me Concealer just to carve out the bottom of my brow. And for my eye primer, I use the Rare Beauty Primer. Absolutely amazing, honestly. Like, I don't have anything bad to say. I just don't have a drugstore primer. I know E.l.f. makes a good one, but I just don't have it at the moment. Okay, so let's move on to the eyes. So I'm going to be using the Yes Please eyeshadow palette from Colourpop. Look at these colors. Amazing, so pretty. So first, I think I just want to set the eye primer. I mean, technically you don't really need to, but I feel like that I always like just doing that, and I think that makes a huge difference because then you just have a really nice base to work off the shadows. All right, this is a really good base. For the transition color, we're going to be using the Note 2 Soft Color. It's like a light brown shade. I'm just going to take a small tapered brush and just build that up. So when I did film this, by the way, I was going for kind of like a pumpkin. Actually, I was going for like just a fall look. And I decided to use one of the shades that I will show you in a minute. And it turned out so good. So I was either going to regret it or I was either going to love it, and I ended up absolutely loving the way the look turned out. So that's why I wanted to refilm. And I think it's like absolutely perfect for the fall time. And this is such a great transition shade. Highly recommend Colourpop palettes. I think they're always very pigmented and very also beginner friendly. Okay, then to darken up that transition color, I'm going to be using this color right here. It's Giano. I don't know how to pronounce that. So I like to first kind of just pack the color, and then we'll go with a brush and just blend the those shades out. And just mainly focusing on the outer lid. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take the brush that we used in the first transition shade and just kind of work the colors. Blend, blend, blend. And I'm dipping into the first lid shade that I used kind of on the top of my brow bone, and then also just bringing it down so it's seamless. I'm gonna pack on just a tiny bit more. Perfect. Okay, now for the fun part. So this is what I was in a dilemma, what color to use for my inner corner, and I thought it would be really, really perfect and pretty to use this orange tone color. I think it's so, so gorgeous. I was either going to really enjoy it or absolutely dislike it, and I ended up really, really enjoying it. So I am very, very happy about that. I'm just gonna put it all over the lid. So I'm going to first start out with the brush just to kind of start and give me a nice outline, nice something to work with, and then I'm going to pick it up with my finger because shimmers always pick up much more pigmented when you apply it with a finger. But I mean, it works really, really well with the brush as well. So as you can see, great, beautiful color. Like, it's just so stunning. I mean, I'm just absolutely speechless. Okay, so I'm gonna take now with my finger and apply on top of the brush. Okay, and now I'm gonna take that darker shade brush, no product applied, and kind of just blend it in. Okay, so I'm going to finish off with a liner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, lashes are done, eyeliner is done. For the eyeliner, I used the NYX Epic Ink Liner, really extremely black. Great. Tip looks like this, very easy to apply. And for mascara, this is something that I've been really enjoying for the past week. It is the Maybelline the False Lashes Lift. I actually just ordered a full size. It gives you the curl, it gives you the length, and it gives you the blackness. Honestly, probably one of the most perfect mascaras from Drugstore. I have a few, but so far this has been honestly my favorite, at least as of recently. Okay, so let's move on to the skin. For a primer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio. It's great for if you have dry or combo skin. It's almost like a moisturizer. So it looks like this. It's really extremely hydrating, so I highly recommend it. Oh, skin feels so good. For foundation, I'm going to be using the E.l.f. Satin Finish Foundation. Really great coverage. Looks a little lighter. Hopefully we can make this work. And just buff it in, basically. Yeah, it's a little light, but definitely very light. So we're gonna have to figure something out. Not too dewy or not too matte either. It's a nice satin finish. Okay, yeah, so for concealers, I'm gonna mix the two. I'm gonna take the NYX Bear With Me and then the Maybelline Eraser. So I don't have a contour, but I do have a liquid blush, and it's the E.l.f. Putty Blush. Amazing, and it's in the shade Tahiti. Super easy to apply as well. And it's such a nice pink flush of a shade. Very easy to build up. I mean, it's not as pigmented, so you'll definitely have to apply a few times, but I mean, that's a great part. Again, it's beginner friendly and very easy to build. So to set the under eyes, I'm going to be using the Perfect Finish HD powder from E.l.f. But what I'm going to do is first set it with the pressed powder, and then we'll set it with a loose powder. And for a loose powder, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. The trick for your under eye to last you as long as it can is to set with a pressed powder first and then to set it with a loose powder. But before we do that, make sure that you blend out your creases. Otherwise, you are going to set the creases. Blurs you out so fast, honestly. So really, really great powder. And then I'm gonna basically also just set my entire face. I'm gonna be using the shade Pink, by the way, in the Maybelline Loose Fit Me powder. So take any sponge. I'm gonna be taking this e.l.f. triangle puff, I guess, not sponge. And we're just going to press it under the eye. So we're not baking, we're just going to be setting it and just pressing it in the area. So this not only will brighten your under eye, but then it'll also just prevent your under eye to crease. It's like blurred, literally. All right, we need to bring some color back into our lives. So I'm gonna be using the Milani All-Inclusive Palette. If you're gonna get anything from this entire video, I would highly recommend getting this because here's why. You get a bronzer, highlighter, blushes, and eyeshadows. Like literally four different products in one palette, okay? Highly, 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 highly recommended. And really, it's also very pigmented, so great, great, great. And from that same palette, I'm also just going to be using the blush. So first, I like to use the matte blush. So pretty. Like, look at that color. Amazing. And then what I like to do, I take the shimmer blush and kind of just top it off, and I feel like it's such a beautiful combo. You don't even need a highlighter, honestly. So this has kind of been my go-to lately blush combo. Highlighting my nose, my forehead, sides of my forehead. I still like to put just a tiny bit, but honestly you don't need it that much. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly just finish out my lower lash. I'm gonna go back to the palette and take that transition shade and basically just run through my lower lash line. Using the highlighter from the Milani palette, and we are going to fill it in the inner corner of the eyes. It's so, so, so shiny. So pretty. So before we go to the lips, I'm going to set my makeup. I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last. A great, great spray. Okay, quickly going to coat my lower lashes. Just a very, very light coat. Alright, to line my lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Line Loud, and this is in shade Rebel Kind. It's a brown liner. And to fill in my lips, I'm going to be using the Colourpop lipstick. And this is in shade Cami. It's like a pinkish. And just tap it in basically. What? This is stunning. Alrighty, we are done. My camera died, so I had to finish the lip gloss off camera. So I used the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in Pink Cosmo. Oh my god, I absolutely loved the way lip looks. Amazing. But yeah, this is the look. I am so, so, so happy with the way this turned out, honestly. Absolutely love the eyeshadow. It's so gorgeous and stunning. Amazing for this time of the year, so I'm going to be definitely wearing this quite a lot this time of the year. But a couple of things I would highly recommend from this video is this Milani Inclusive Palette. you 100% need it. I mean, you're getting way more products into one palette, and this is also very easy to travel with, so I think that's pretty awesome. And then for mascara, like, are you looking at this? So pretty. So if you're someone who only wears mascara, I think you're going to really enjoy it. So highly recommend the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. So these are the two products that I would take away from this video. But I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. I really appreciate that. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Bye!